The following is a World-Class Bullshitters exclusive.
I haven't been watching Ms. Marvel because I was told the show wasn't for me. But this is... Ms. Marvel is out and it's not going well for no one's favorite superhero. Her show is getting all the accolades, all the critics love it, but the audience isn't watching. Isn't that a problem? I mean, Marvel finally has the right type of people watching their shows. Just goes to show how little of a pool that actually is. For those unaware, Ms. Marvel has the lowest debut of any Marvel show. According to Samba TV, 775,000 US households watched the premiere of Ms. Marvel in the first 5 days, following its release on June 8th. In comparison, Loki earned the biggest opening numbers with 2.5 million, followed by Moon Knight and Falcon and the Winter Soldier at 1.8 million, WandaVision at 1.6 million, and Hawkeye with 1.5 million. So the Avenger who gets laughed at the most, Hawkeye, has a show that's roughly twice as popular as Ms. Marvel. Yet we're constantly told how Ms. Marvel is so well loved. Turns out she isn't. So a show that's all about representation isn't doing well. What a shocker. Each week we get another article talking about the virtues of Ms. Marvel and how it's so important and blah, blah, blah. For the people out there who are empowered by Ms. Marvel, good for you. You're probably on summer vacation right now. For the rest of the world, why aren't you promoting the most impactful superhero ever? Why aren't you watching? I'll only speak for myself here, but almost anything seems more appealing than Ms. Marvel. Watching paint dry versus Ms. Marvel? I'm taking the paint. I guess that's not fair since I'm an artist. Speaking of art, check out WorldBusters, my newest graphic novel. It's a parody of life wrapped up inside a Ghostbusters-style package. It even has some bullshit superheroes. They're only focused on diversity and representation, not crime. They're called Social Force, and they're just one part of the epic graphic novel that is WorldBusters. Go to WorldBustersComic.com right now and check it out. Watching paint dry, pulling weeds, taking a long walk off a short pier. What are activities more appealing than Ms. Marvel for 500, Alex? While those activities are better than Ms. Marvel, this take isn't. Ms. Marvel is a breath of fresh air in the crowded Marvel Cinematic Universe. Iman Vellani is an absolute delight to watch as Kamala Khan, and the show stands out as one of the most unique in the MCU. I'm not going to keep this voice up. Yet it has the lowest opening of any Disney Plus series according to multiple media reports from sites like ComingSoon.net. That may be because Disney decided to release its first 3 episodes at the same time of their highly anticipated Star Wars series, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ms. Marvel focuses on Kamala Khan, a Pakistani-American girl living in New Jersey who's the Avengers' biggest fan. When she develops her own powers, she has to learn how to balance them with the faith and her family. The show focuses on her teen life as well as her hero life, so it's easy for viewers to connect with different aspects of her journey. The show is incredibly well reviewed and trending very well with young people, but according to reports, only 775,000 households watched it in the first 5 days after its premiere. Obi-Wan Kenobi has been huge for Disney Plus and Star Wars fans. Don't speak for all of us. It's a series that people have been wanting for years. Again, don't speak for us. So it has drawn a lot of attention. Hey, let's stop for a second. What was the attention about that show? It's difficult to compete with Star Wars. Is it? Because anytime Marvel has competed with Star Wars recently, it fucking won. I'm gonna pull up the numbers right now. There you go. Let's compare The Rise of Skywalker in 2019 to Avengers Endgame in 2019. What's happening? Both movies from the same company? No. Star Wars doesn't trump Marvel. It's usually the other way around. That's the problem that you need to pay attention to. Yet Disney decided to try, possibly since the MCU is its own massive franchise. With Ms. Marvel being a new property featuring the first Pakistani hero, I feel like I've heard that already in this article before, it had an uphill battle to attract viewers who might not have been familiar with the character. Look, a lot of us comic fans are very familiar with the character. It has nothing to do with her ethnicity or skin color. Have you ever tried to read The Champions from Mark Waid? Don't! It's a waste of your time. Not only did Kenobi overshadow Ms. Marvel's release statistically, but Marvel has also sparked less conversation on social media. Oh no. One of the benefits of a week-to-week release schedule is that a show can generate a lot of positive discussion in between each episode. Social media can drive up interest in the series and subsequently viewership. Each Wednesday, however, Obi-Wan Kenobi was the popular subject of online discussion. This meant that Ms. Marvel didn't get to reap the benefits of its week-to-week release. Disney deciding to compete with itself on its own platform is puzzling. The company could have released Ms. Marvel and Obi-Wan on separate days, allowing the series to share viewers' attention. This approach would also drive up activity on their streaming service. Do you know that? Did they have a lack of faith in Ms. Marvel, so they decided to release it alongside their more popular program in hopes one would draw fans to the other? Yes. Or did they believe that Star Wars and the MCU are both so huge that the potential conflict didn't matter? Yes. While the rationale is unknown, no it's not, the effects have turned out to matter a lot. Ms. Marvel having the lowest first week streaming numbers can be attributed to, at least in part, to its release simultaneously with Obi-Wan Kenobi. The two series had no reason to be released together. Now that Obi-Wan has finished, perhaps the remaining episodes of Ms. Marvel will get higher ratings the show deserves. No. You know, if people cared, they could put on Ms. Marvel after Obi-Wan. This is one of the dumbest takes I've seen yet. We're all aware that there's competition for Ms. Marvel. Do you expect the world to stop and other shows just to wait for Ms. Marvel? That's not how entertainment works. Stranger Things and The Boys dropped new episodes today. You think Netflix is thinking to themselves, oh boy, I hope Mr. Jeff Bezos and Amazon don't hurt the views of Stranger Things? Hell no! Stranger Things is huge. The Boys, huge as well. I watched them both today. It's all about priorities, and Ms. Marvel doesn't even make the list. Sorry, Jericho. Disney knows the show is shit, and it appeals to people on the internet who spend $0 to support the character. Do you really think they care if the show fails? No, they made a diverse show and no one watched it. But they also put out Obi-Wan and Thor drops next week, so Marvel doesn't care. They'll tell you they do for the vocal minority online, but the numbers don't lie and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice, Ms. Marvel. The only thing Obi-Wan did to hurt Ms. Marvel was use the shield to protect Moses Ingram. They want the racism route in Star Wars, and Disney knows you can't play that card twice in one game. Audiences would be even more aware of the garbage these companies like to put out and blame the fans for their failing projects. Yeah, you just can't blame us, but maybe if you tried harder, you'd have Top Gun money. Competition seems to be the new excuse, and while I was making this video, our old pals at the Mary Sue chimed in because, of course they did. Marvel's latest Disney Plus series, Ms. Marvel, had its 4th episode premiere today, and there isn't enough praise going around for the series online. I'm serious. This show is so incredibly fun and good, and one that highlights a brilliant star, Iman Vellani, in a nearly perfect way. The tone of the series is more of the same in the vein of Hawkeye, in that each episode is fun and we get to learn more about the story as a whole, but with a main character who doesn't shy away from who she is. What Marvel shows were you? Never mind. Kamala is a fangirl in the best of ways. You just guaranteed I'm never going to watch this show. I wish people that make entertainment would realize we don't really want to watch ourselves on screen. We don't want to watch people act like we would act when we see the superheroes. When I watch a Captain America movie, the last thing I wanted to do is see Sam Wilson go on and go, oh, you're so great, sir. I love you. Let me do this and do that. Let me carry your shield. No, nobody wants that because we don't respect the characters who act like that. Fangirling, fanboying, people just fucking laugh at you. All those dudes online that want to clap their hands and cry over shit, people just don't respect you. So people don't respect these characters either. And despite her mother trying hard to stop her obsessions with the Avengers, she doesn't stop, and it's inspiring in a way that speaks to any of us who have had our obsessions or nerdy tendencies questioned by our family. There's a difference though. I wanted to be a comic book artist, and people in my family questioned that. But guess what? I saw it through and it worked out. There's a difference when you can actually turn your nerdiness or your crafts into a hobby or a career or something beneficial. Being a dickhead on the internet doesn't help anybody. So this show represents that. Being a dickhead on the internet. And now Baymax dropping on the very same streaming service. With things like The Umbrella Academy and Stranger Things Volume 2 available elsewhere, it feels like a big buzz is elsewhere when Ms. Marvel really deserves all the recognition for telling an incredibly relatable story while breaking boundaries for the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the first Pakistani-American Muslim superhero. Why the fuck does that matter? God damn it! Nah! Oh my god, I can't even fucking form sentences. Why does every fucking article about Ms. Marvel sound the same? Because they are. They always call her a delight, they always talk about the fun, and they always talk about the diversity. Holy shit, your talking points don't work, nobody is buying Disney Plus for the show, and nobody's watching the show that already has Disney Plus. I'm gonna have to take a shit in about 4 days. That's gonna be way more important than anything for Ms. Marvel. So I'm just letting you know where my priorities lie. Literally anywhere else. And I'm so fucking tired of people acting like this show deserves your praise and attention because of those things right there. Look, if you're somebody who's impacted by Ms. Marvel's representation, good for you. Go fucking tell it in the streets and enjoy the show. I'm not here to tell you the opposite in any way. If you're not represented by this show and you're liking it, have a good time and watch the show too. Hell, I'm sure there's like 5 people out there who watch this channel and watch Ms. Marvel. That's the small Venn diagram, but hey, you're welcome here as well. We love to have you. We want everyone to have a good time. But I'm so fucking tired of this conversation, this talking point about these shows. They deserve your attention. They deserve your praise. They deserve your money. Motherfucker, they deserve nothing. They have to earn it. No show, no movie, no game, no song, no matter how good the ideals are behind it, they don't deserve anything. They have to earn it. I hate to bring it up again, but Top Gun 2, the biggest movie in the world, it doesn't deserve our money, it earned our money. I got 3 friends that have seen it 3 times each. It deserves nothing. It earned all those dollars by being entertaining and kick-ass and exactly what people need right now. Escapist entertainment that appeals to a lot of people. Places like the Mary Sue, places like CBR, any of these other ridiculous websites that want to write this shit. Oh, poor Ms.Marvel. Look, Ms.Marvel doesn't need your help. Ms.Marvel is owned by Disney, the biggest entertainment conglomerate on the planet. Right now, they're shitting the bed and they're putting their foot in their mouth all the time. But guess what? They don't need you. They just need you to watch the show and shut the fuck up. Well, everyone's doing the second part, but not the first. Who do we blame for that? Disney. So folks, what do you think about the whole situation? I think it's laughable, even though I got a little angry there, but hey, I'm so tired of the redundant bullshit that people try to report as, well, reporting of entertainment news or reporting of entertainment op-ed pieces. Look, op-ed pieces can cost people a lot of money. So maybe Mary Sue, maybe CBR, maybe you guys should just, I don't know, come up with better talking points or better reasoning, or maybe talk about something else. People aren't talking about this show for a reason. You can't guilt us. You try everything. Ms.Marvel proves that people don't like these types of shows. And what do I mean by these types of shows? Shows based on characters that aren't popular in the comic books. Shows that are based on characters that people kinda hate. Trying to force the audience into watching something because it teaches the right message. That's not really working for it, is it? What about She-Hulk? Now, She-Hulk has more of a following. She has a publication history of over 40 years at this point, so She-Hulk will probably do better, but if She-Hulk does worse than Ms.Marvel, I'll be surprised. The trailer looked dumb, but I mean, under 1 million people watching? Are you surprised? No, you're not. I'm gonna get out of here. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy the 4th of July, go out and see some movies, have fun, spend time with your family, enjoy fireworks, but no matter what you do, no matter where you go, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.